Hey, sorry for interrupting. Isn't that annoying? What if I told you there was a way to get rid of ads like this? Forever.
Biggie. I just remembered, dude, that I was just playing uncopyrighted music, and your intro is a copyright.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's free use.
All right.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you it is. They changed it, bro. There's a little clip where it goes, that one gets you, bro. It's weird. It never was, dude. Never was.
It must sound too similar to something else, because the song itself is literally a free to use song.
I've seen it on other channels. Yeah, I don't know why it's clipping on mine, but it does for some reason. Am I quitting YouTube? I'm making a stream about YouTubers that use dramatic titles on their YouTube videos, like the industry is bad and they're quitting and floppies are going out of style and we're going to lose floppies, and it's so dramatic anymore.
Rob, you wouldn't want his Hulk 2 anyways, because it's not near mint.
It's pretty good. It's got holes in it.
I know. It was a play on his name.
Yeah. Swaggle House style. That's the guy. Yeah. I just watched that stream where I got my Hawk 2, man. That was a fun stream.
Yeah, later that night, I defeated you for the Hunt World Heavyweight title.
Yeah. I almost sent you a video where I beat you in a match, but I thought I ain't gonna be petty. I'm not.
Oh, dude, I don't give a fuck, dude. Send that bitch.
Nah.
No, dude, like that is not a thing that my win-loss record on competition shows is not something I cherish. Like I would take
through. I think it was me, you, and the boy who had 7 in a 3-way. That's the way I remember it. And I think you were CM Runk, maybe, but
yeah, no, but just keep that to heart. Like I give 0 fucks if I win or lose. Like I try to win, but if I don't win, I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't get enough to send it. I was just looking at old videos, you know.
Well,
videos are boring.
If you feel like sending one in the future, I would not take that as being petty or anything. You're good.
Yeah. So I saw Journo was talking about floppies were going to end, and then he made a video saying, I don't think floppies will end. So I think he changed his mind. That was kind of interesting. And the last video we did talking about the youngin.
Yeah.
I got a message on my video, and I think one of the people on the panel, it was his son, supposedly. So
okay.
Apologies to anybody that took that the wrong way. I think we was handling that pretty fairly. We weren't like dragging anybody, you know, just an observation is all.
Well, and the point being was that he was on a drama channel. Like you never know who's going to spot out in the chat. You know, it is what it is. Like people take care of your kids. You steer them as you see fit. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt's Bills are putting it on the Lions right now.
Oh, I wonder how the Lions are reacting. They're probably not reacting too well to that.
There's 9 minutes left, and it's 45-28.
Oh, they're not coming. They're not going to win. No. 9 minutes? I don't know.
It's possible, but it's the Bills are doing well, is what I'm saying, and like that's good for my team, man. Like I need the Lions to take a couple L's before the end of the year.
I like the way these Silver Age bags are. I just like the Golden Age a little more, but they do look more Mylar-y with the silver from my shop.
Yeah, no, that's a good bag.
It's not a bad bag. This is what I usually use. This is an older Golden Age, but I prefer the This one seems like loose and floppy and shit, but I just like the extra protection, and it's not as tight as it could be.
Well, and you use them double. Like you put one on the front and back. So
Yeah. So the
if you
board,
get if you have it's like skin tight, it ain't a good fit.
it's not very skin tight. I know. Even when I'm double boarding, it's not skin tight. So that's not good. I always thought that was a pretty cool X Factor cover. I don't know who the fuck that is. Looks like Angry Beast in the back. Did you ever want to get one of them first blue hair beasts? I know you got the first beast, so you're not really too.
Yeah, no. That's like for me. It's like getting the first Phoenix. Like I don't.
You don't give a fuck.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I know. I'm not really gonna need a bunch of these smaller books if I got an X-Men 1. I'm probably not gonna be able to keep them anyway. But I can understand like having an X-Men 1 and not giving a fuck if you have like a first black suit or a one of the early Venoms or some shit like that. It's like, I got fucking X-Men 1, you know.
Yeah, no, dude, I would still. I love first black suit, first Venom. Like those are all still big books. Like I would still collect those. But like the characters inside the book, I don't need the first blue hair beast. I got first beast. I don't need first Phoenix. I got first Jean Grey. Like
it's
that's
a little different, yeah.
And that's not like me shitting on those other books. Those other books are really cool still. Like I'll still pick one up if I can find one at a good deal. But I'm not gonna overpay for one when I've got like the real key over my right shoulder right now. Left, your left, my right.
Yeah, and it's a good old Kirby cover.
Yeah, it's a Kirby.
Golly. It makes it even a little bit better being a little Kirby back there. What's up, Brian? Legend, Rob, Aggressive Lee. Looked like there was a couple. Oh, Pharaoh and Sage. That's a cool name, brother. I gave you a wrench. Must have been here a couple times.
You be handing out wrenches. I don't give a fuck.
Tried, man. Yeah, Callie. Everybody's blue except for 90, dude. That's the way it goes, brother.
Dude, I tried to get him a wrench, and he fought so hard he didn't want one. I was like, all right. You should give it to him just to fuck with him now.
I have before.
Yeah. Get it back to him and just leave it there.
So JSS is a member, by the way. He can't buy the membership, but he super chats his membership. So we've talked about it on Instagram. So I have 30 members. I'm hoping to get 50. I just want to hit 50 to say I hit 50, just so I can rub it in motherfuckers' faces, you know.
Yeah.
30 ain't bad. I'm pretty proud of 30. I was proud of 20, but 30, that's a little cooler. Quitting comic collecting. I don't want to quit. I can understand why people move on and don't collect no more, though.
I did. This one's been hot. He was just in a movie recently. I guess it went over really well.
I fucking like. People are saying they like Craven, huh?
No.
No, they have. No, seriously. I've been seeing people like in the community say that it was good.
Oh, I heard a lot of people say the exact opposite. That
I did too. I heard a lot of bad, and now I'm hearing a lot of good. So I don't know what to think. I know I don't like the way it looks, and I don't like a lot of blood like that. That's weird being a Deadpool guy. Yeah. When Deadpool does, it's kind of funny, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. No, like, I'm good with blood. I like it being used properly but the same, like the screenshots I saw of the Rhino from that movie were really bad. They're so bad. Oh my God.
Yeah. I love that first Rhino. I feel like that is one of the greatest first appearance villain covers.
Oh, dude, it's fantastic.
It's fucking good, bro. Ramita Sr.
Yeah, Ramita Sr. did this one, and
so good. Yeah, dude, it's like beautiful. He's busting through the comic, dude.
Yeah, just busting. Just like me, man. Just busting everywhere.
And them fat boys are a little cooler than the skinny guys. He's a fat boy.
Yeah, no, he'll hit you with that horn, and you're good.
That's a good interpretation of fucking Rhino. That's Rhino coming at you, man. That's not like some bitch
coming at you hot.
Yeah, here I am. I'm fucking Rhino, you know. Dude, I remember the old Spider-Man cartoons with Rhino. He was such a dumbass. Like all he had was like charge mode. That's a good book. That's a good one. Yeah, Surfer. I might get
Well,
that one day.
are you talking about the '90s Spider-Man?
No. 60s.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Spidey
Yeah, the
friends.
original. Like I think even before that, just fucking Spider-Man
Yeah,
or some shit. Yeah, it was really old.
yeah.
But
No, I know the one in the '90s was kind of handcuffed because they wouldn't let characters punch each other. It was like the like Fox got involved and they didn't want anyone punching anyone.
shit.
And yeah, so like they would always have to find creative ways to fight. There was a lot of throwing people, a lot of grabbing people. it was it was a great show. I loved it. Like I hope um, the popularity of X-Men '97 makes them reboot that cartoon and not reboot it, but revive it and bring back the Spider-Man '97. That'd be a good show
Go ahead,
to
call her.
see.
Oh, that's convenient.
What do we got?
She's wanting me to call my mom.
Hey, yeah, hey, hit her up. I'm
I
gonna
better call her.
I'm gonna show a couple books.
Yeah, you can hold her down for a mementos.
All right, you bastards. We're gonna talk about religion and politics. Now here's the first Sinister. I AOK'd one of these to Biggie. Here's the back cover. I like showing the back cover of books. Yeah, I got. That's not that big of a book, but it's still cool looking. I like it. Then I got the gatefold with the special label. Yeah. Well, the back of this one has got the first wave of figures. I got a bunch of those figures too, man. I love those figures from the '90s. Uh, here's my morph. It's got that little evil head down there. Dude, that when I was a kid, that was the hardest figure to find. Um, oh, here's my first Bishop. Love that one. Nice little Wolverine ad on the back. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, me and Biggie said it. This is the best Wolverine Sabretooth fight ever.
That's the one. Yeah. Um, you know, Deadpool has some good battles with those guys. I would think Sabretooth is one of Deadpool's best foes. It's a good battle with him usually.
Yeah.
Weapon X banger. Ooh, look at that, man. That's some good shit with the hand missing. Yeah, man.
That's the Age of Apocalypse.
A little Kirby coming at you. So, have you got to read the FF book yet?
No. Which one are we reading again? FF1?
Nah, 353.
Yeah, no, I'll get to it. Dude,
It's
I tell you, I
huh?
won't read it. I will not read it until the day of.
I know. Yeah, you wait till the day of. That's fucking pretty, dude. Yeah.
This is a 5.0 for all you 9.8 lovers out there.
That's a pretty book.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that
I
the
got
origin of Cyclops or something?
No, it's the first new costumes. So
Oh,
their uniforms all changed.
I'm getting.
Oh, mom's coming back. Yo, this book ain't worth anything, but I love this book. It's a chromium cover, wrap around. Basically, the X-Men are hunting down Sabretooth, and there's no Wolverine. And Sabretooth is like, he is, I almost want to say he's suicidal. Like, he's trying to, like, he's so reckless, like, he's trying to get himself killed.
Is that connected to the die cut with the holes in it?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure either. I think it might be. I think 1 is not a shiny, and then 2 through 4 are.
This is like a solo issue. Like just
There's
like
not.
a
I thought
one.
there was multiple of those. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, that one's just a one shot.
Oh, it's a one shot. See, I thought it was 2 through 4 and 1. It was a 4-book series. That's a fucking cool book because it's a second Electro too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking rad, bro.
Dude, whenever you see that on
your D Ron?
Oh, that's old Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby again, huh?
Yep, Jack Kirby.
Little Bill Everett help? No, not
No, this is Vince Colada.
Vince Coletta. Wow. So it was Bill Everett and Kirby number 1, and then number 2 is just Kirby Valletta. So that's something to think about.
Here's another Kirby.
That's not a Kirby.
This is a Kirby.
That's a Kirby too.
Yeah.
Shit. See, number 1 don't look super Kirby-ish to me. I feel like Everett had a pretty good hand in that, but 2 does look a little more Kirby, and then 3 I wasn't sure, but the villain looks very Kirby.
Another Kirby.
I wonder how long he stayed. And then it's Wally Wood after like what 6 or 7.
I think it's I think Wood comes in 4 or in 5. So the next issue is a Jack Kirby and Wally Wood cover.
Oh yeah, I don't have that one. That one's fucking good, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the first where he had 2 D's on his chest. So double D.
Yeah, I got 6 and 7. Which I think you do too, right?
Yeah, no, here's so this is the first one where Kirby got off the covers.
Okay. Of course that's the fucking one I got. That's just Wally Wood.
Yeah. And I got 7 around here somewhere.
I feel like 6 and 7. If you ain't going 2 through 5 is cool, but 6 and 7 are like, I mean, 6 ain't that fucking important. It just, it's the last gold suit before 7.
Yeah, it's the last yellow suit. I love that book.
First Morbius, huh? I'll have to pull out my copy and read it too. Who brought up Morbius? Did we bring up Morbius?
I don't know if we did, but I'm not gonna fight about it.
7, yeah, you got a nice copy, dude. I got mine for $50, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a fucking steal, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the phone. I just grabbed the first box next to me.
He's saying Mobius. I don't know. Did we bring
Mobius? Huh.
What's Mobius got to do with it, Callie?
Hey, what the fuck, Callie?
Do you got a first cable, D?
No.
Wow.
That's one of those books where, like, if I'm gonna get it, I want that fucker in a 9.8.
Yeah.
And the 9.8 prices just they're not speaking to me the way I would want them.
What are they? No. About 300, 400?
I haven't looked in a while, but
yeah, it's
I'll get one eventually. Yeah.
Oh fuck, D. We're so dumb, dude. It's the fucking book we got on book club.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Callie. No, you're right. So I saw John was doing your New Mutants 13, and I left in the chat, said, how much did Callie pay you to do this? And, fucking magic. But, yeah, we were talking about supervillains today on church, and we brought up Lex Luthor. And I brought up the episode we did about Matt's book where Lex Luthor was Superman, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost like, is Superman or is Lex Luthor really that bad of a villain? Because really all Lex Luthor's doing is like, okay, we're humans. There's got to be someone that's a human that can try to fuck with Superman. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep this fucker in check at some point, just in case. So I kind of look at Lex Luthor as like not that big of a villain, like.
Well, he is, because he is also involved with a lot of crime. Like he doesn't like to publicly get behind it, and Dude, there are so many iterations of Luthor though. Like he used to be a mad scientist that would try and fuck with Superman, and then he was um the captain of industry Lex
Right.
Luthor.
That's the one I know the most. Yeah.
That's the one I prefer the most, and that one would also like involve himself in illegal activity. Um, Not to the same degree as like Kingpin would, over in Marvel, but basically like he would say like 2/3 of Metropolis works for him, whether they know it or not.
Okay.
He's a crooked businessman, is what he is, and um, he's always dealing in high end weaponry and whatnot. And Superman don't
Yeah.
like that shit, so
Yeah.
Superman like, hey, brah, I see you over there. I need you to stop. And
Yeah.
Luther's like, hey, I ain't gonna stop. In fact, I'm gonna ramp it up and I'm gonna try and kill you.
Yeah, I mean, at the
So,
same time, like, okay, so we don't really need Lex Luthor that bad because we do have Batman, you know?
yeah, no, but Luther's like Bruce Wayne if he was evil, or maybe like Luther and Batman have the same ego and same drive, but they point it in different directions. Like Batman puts all of his ego and drive into being Batman to try and control the crime in Gotham and squash it out, where Luther wants to run Metropolis and just own it. He wants and then he wants everyone to praise him for it. He doesn't want to see Superman on the front page of the Daily Planet. That fucks
Yeah.
with him. He's out here doing all this shit. And he sees Superman like takes catches an airplane and steals all his fucking thunder. So
What do you think about the idea of okay, so you got your X-Men one, you got your Daredevil one, I
yeah,
got my Avengers one and my Hulk two, like those are pretty decent size or whatever. Is there any chance any of our other books might catch up to those?
like my ASM 149 is actually probably my second most valuable book.
Yeah, you're doing the 9-8 game though, like
Yeah. So that's a 9.8. Like my Daredevil is a 4.5. My X-Men is a 4.5.
it's hard to gauge. Like
Yeah.
you could say Ghost Rider 9.8 and compare it to a fucking FF1, and it'd be bigger if the FF1's a low enough grade, like
Yeah. True.
But yeah, just like a normal book, maybe. I think of like FF48, like that's a pretty good book, but it's not going to ever pass like Avengers 1, I don't think, or fucking Hawk 2 even. Like it's pretty good. GSX got up there pretty high at one point. Hawk 181's pretty fucking stupid. That book's way overpriced. But
GSX.
yeah, it's just some books just I don't think are built to make it that high. Like I just don't see it unless you got perfect copies, like you said.
Yeah. When this is almost a year ago, maybe it was a full year ago. I drink a lot. I don't remember what's happening anymore. But I was on Rob Fatsack's and he interviewed me, and he had his homie there with him, and I showed my GSX, and they're like, "Yeah, that's obviously the biggest X-Men book. Like I don't care about X-Men 1." My next book I showed was X-Men 1. I was like, "Well, if you had an X-Men 1, you might feel different."
Yeah, they had that argument. I don't agree with the argument. Like GSX is never gonna get there, bro.
Hey, but it's a great fucking book.
Look at aggressively.
Hey, give him the little zippy zip.
Oh, dude. Saturday night main event, shit to bed, bro. I'm glad I didn't watch it live. And people don't like my reviews of wrestling because I'm Hulk Hogan heavy. But at the time when that was out and Hulk Hogan was around, Hulk Hogan was like interviewing the president. It was like he was his own faction away from WWF. Like when a WWF announcer got to talk to Hulk Hogan, it was breaking news. You know, it's not like today. These fucking wrestlers are schmucks. Back then, it was like, oh shit, they're talking to Hulk Hogan. Like I saw an episode where they asked him, how much money did $1 Million Man offer you for the belt? And you know, it was a fucking huge story at the time. And they don't have that kind of shit now. Like it's never gonna be like it was then, dude. So I mean,
Hey,
it gets
I still
close.
think they do good stuff now though. Like, and I'll point this out. Like, I think where wrestling was 10 years ago was so bad.
Yeah,
I think that they are now doing better with
yeah.
storytelling. I'm not saying it's better than what it used to be, but it's gotten a lot better. Um, and I think they're doing a good job.
Now, John Cena was asked who's the greatest wrestler ever, right? He said Roman Reigns, and his analogy to make it make sense was that Hulk Hogan's racist. No, that's not what he said. He said his analogy for it to make sense was at 2010 WWE stock was at $11. Today, 2024, WWE stock is at $130 or something. That's interesting. Like I don't know what the stock
Yeah,
means or whatever, but I guess you give all the credit to him, right?
dude, I don't give it. I don't hate Roman Reigns, but I will tell you that for his title run that he had that went for like 4 years, he would wrestle between 4 and 8 matches a year. And that's like, and then he would make like maybe 4 to 8 appearances on SmackDown to
Yeah.
like build up those matches. Like, I don't respect that, dude. That is he was working a legit part-time schedule and making top dollar. So
Here's
cool,
my
dude. But, yeah,
my thing also is like, okay, I get you're a heel and you're hot and you have heat, right? He didn't have good heel heat. People
no,
just didn't want to fucking watch him at one point. For a long time, they was just like, fuck this guy. You know, for a long time, bro. Like
yeah.
they were having more fun watching Daniel Bryan. They were having more fun with Seth Rollins, fucking Amber. There's a lot of
Well,
people we were enjoying while people shit on Roman.
well, that was like what you're comparing that to is back when he was a face. He was a baby face, a good guy. Um, and they were trying to get him over, and it
Yeah,
wasn't working.
it was not
Um,
working.
when he became a heel, he did get over.
Okay.
It did work. It worked really well, but he just didn't participate enough. There was a period of time there. It was almost a year where they merged the two heavyweight championships into Roman had them both, and then he just stopped fucking wrestling. So there was no heavyweight championship on either show. And to me, like that was bad television. It was bad storytelling. It wasn't good. And he, hey, get 90 a wrench.
Right. Okay.
um,
I went and watched. Go ahead, continue your thought. I didn't mean to
yeah,
stop
no,
you.
I just like he wasn't. I just didn't care, and he hurt the product. Like, I don't know, it was bad, and I don't hate Roman Reigns though. Like, I like Roman Reigns, but I wouldn't call him the best. Um,
Huh.
I would my all time, to me, my best wrestler of all time is Undertaker.
Okay.
I'm
That
not.
makes sense.
I don't say that saying that I'm right and that everyone else's opinion is wrong.
Right.
It's subjective as fuck. I put Hogan way the hell up there. I put Shawn Michaels way the hell up there.
A lot of people pick
Um,
now. Yeah.
yeah, it just I put Ric Flair way the hell up there.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get to see most of Ric Flair's career, like, but yeah, dude, I like I loved The Rock when I was growing up. I loved Stone Cold. Um, but I think Triple H is way overrated. Uh,
Dude.
um, I loved Kurt Angle. I think he's very underrated.
He's fun. You haven't even brought up the two ones most people do is like Stone Cold and Rock. You know, like
Yeah.
people are
Oh,
like, "Oh my god." My thing is like they call it the Attitude Era. Well, during the Attitude Era, like up until Tyson came, they lost. NWO dominated
yeah.
all the Attitude Era up until Tyson punched Shawn Michaels. Like once that
Well,
happened, it was like, oh, okay.
and the Attitude Era was a response to what WCW was doing. So they had to adapt. Like you couldn't keep having cartoon characters coming out to the ring every Monday night. It didn't work anymore. So
They started getting some gang activity going. You know, you
yeah,
had DX, Nation of Domination, you had Undertaker's shit. There was a few fucking mobs going around, and it was a little more street smart, I guess, not just like mythical and animals and all that bullshit. But
legend of dude Scott Hall, dude. I think if that man could have had his demons under control, like he should have been a heavyweight champ. Like he had the look, the charisma. He was great in the ring. I love Scott Hall, man. That guy, like I think Kevin Nash is way overrated. Um, uh,
overrated.
overrated. Kevin
I don't
Nash is
know how.
overrated.
I like him a pretty good amount.
No, I do like Nash, but his matches weren't that great. His promo work was very good. I thought Hall was way better of a worker in the ring.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
he revolutionized bringing a microphone out to the ring and shooting a promo, looking into the stands like that.
yeah.
You can't do that. If that was a comic book, that would be a first appearance I'd want to get.
So I think I've said my top five before. It's Hogan, Hall, Nash, Yoko, and Taker. And Nash is probably the weak link in that little group. But shit, I gotta go get my food. But I think Nash is good just for the fact that as big as he was pretty athletic. A lot of 7-footers weren't able to move like him.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. So,
All right. Yeah. So my top five, I'm gonna go Undertaker, Hogan, Stone Cold, Angle, and Rock. And those are just my favorites. I also love CM Punk and Randy Orton. Um, dude, Randy Orton might need to be in that list. Like he carried the WWE through a lot of bad years. Like Orton is up there, and yeah, dude. But I love Diamond Dallas Page back in WCW. He's one of my all time faves. Like I always felt like him going to WWF was such a big missed opportunity. They misused him so much. And I think that was ego on Vince's part, not wanting to let a great character from WCW succeed in WWF. He didn't want to do that. Oh, aggressively, he's talking about he used to uh, trim Scott Hall's bushes one summer and was a nice guy. Was really cool about sharing and saying stories when. Yeah, no, dude. Dude, wrestlers they're I'm not saying all of them are great people, but a lot of them really are, dude. Like I'll tell you, this is a jabroni wrestler, by the way, that I'm about to brag about. But when I worked at Walmart, I was in the optical area, and uh, I recognized one of my my customers. Whoo, knocking shit over. Um, and it was a wrestler named Lenny Lane. And he was so impressed that I fucking recognized his ass. And he was so nice, dude. Like he had he loved talking about wrestling. He sat up there with me for about 2 hours, just bullshitting with me. And then a week later, um, so this dude's like claim to fame is he was a Chris Jericho wannabe and was like trying to become Chris Jericho. And then when that didn't work out, they made him a very feminine wrestler. Um, and that was the picture he brought in for me, you know. But he's not a feminine guy at all. Like you meet him in real life, he's a dude, you know. And he had a yeah, dude. Oh, Sting is up there too. Fuck, I can't be mad at Sting. I gotta have Stone Cold on there though, man. Like, and dude, Stone Cold's not one of my all-time favorites. Like when Stone Cold and The Rock were fighting, like I always wanted The Rock to win. Um, but I think Stone Cold eventually was more iconic in the ring. The Rock has obviously had a bigger career outside the ring. So if you just talk about like successfulness of The Rock versus Stone Cold, I think The Rock is more successful overall. But Stone Cold was he was Hogan level for a while there.
He's pretty good. Yeah, I like WCW Steve Austin because he tagged with fucking Flying Brian Hollywood's the Hollywood Blondes, and I loved watching them guys wrestle. One of the best tag teams. And then he was the TV champion for a good minute. And he had some great matches with fucking Ricky the Steamboat. Like those are ones I remember. Is like him and Ricky in the ring. And before Owen broke his neck, like he could do everything, bro. Like Austin was a prolific fuck. That's why they brought him in as the
ringmaster.
The ringmaster. Yeah, he was the fucking ringmaster because he would grind your ass. Like that motherfucker could wrestle. Like but it's really sad that he got his fucking biggest push and biggest fucking gimmick was when he was limited. Like he had to ground and pound, bro.
Yeah, no, and he after that broken neck, like, and not everyone knew it at the time, but like he was on a limited amount of time after that. And no one knew it because they kept pushing him so hard. Dude, yeah, I know 90 was going to pick Jericho in his list, and Savage. I like having Savage in that list too.
Yeah, it's hard not to have Savage up there.
Yeah, but no, with I remember Austin when he there's in '99 there was a SummerSlam, right, that was going to be in Minneapolis, and Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor of Minnesota at the time, and he was going to be the special guest referee of the main event. And it turned Mankind won the belt. Stone Cold came in as champ, and Mankind, Triple H, Austin was the main event of that SummerSlam, and Mankind won, which was really surprising. And then on the very next SmackDown, Triple H beat Mankind for the title, and then that was like the start of Triple H's big push. I love CM Punk, dude. I think I legit also think he's an asshole. And I think he's really smart and he knows a lot about the business, but I think he's too smart sometimes and he fucks himself up. That being said, right now, if you pick me a wrestler that's my favorite, I'd say CM Punk. Like, I
is pretty fucking legit. Yeah, before he left WWE, that motherfucker, boy, he was a fucking draw, dude. Like,
yeah, no, he. If you watch his career in WWE after he did the pipe bomb, where he sat on the stage and just and they call it a shoot, but it wasn't a shoot. Like he was told, like, go ahead and say whatever you want. We're gonna lean into your strengths, and he did. Um, and dude, he made himself over in one night,
Oh yeah.
and in one night, dude. And then he had this big build up with Cena where they were gonna fight for the title, and then his contract was up. So if he won, he was gonna leave with the title, and he did. He won the match. Um, and then Alberto Del Rio tried to cash in Money in the Bank. That didn't work. And then Punk left, and it was incredible. And he left for like a month, and then eventually they decided to crown a new champ. Cena won a little tournament and got the belt, and then after Cena was celebrating, then Cena came back out, or Punk came back out, and they just like held their titles up at each other. That was so good.
Oh, dude, yeah. You know who I think could have been the biggest, bro, if they would have just not passed away, bro, is fucking Eddie Guerrero, dude.
Dude, Eddie Guerrero was in the ring. He was probably the best. Like I
Dude,
don't
so good.
athleticism, strength, like
Oh, his frog splash, dude. Oh,
dude, he
it was like
could.
macho fucking elbow level, dude. It was that good.
Yeah, I remember his first time doing that in WWE after he came over. He blew out his elbow doing the frog splash, and he was out for like 9 months. But no, man, Eddie Guerrero was one that was like criminally held down in WCW.
Yeah,
And when he was able to go to WWE and WWF and shine,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, he was so good,
dude.
so
And
good.
then he was just figuring out, like, he had like a year or two of him being able to promo really good. Best promo, best in ring. Like, the motherfucker, the sky was the limit with that guy, bro.
Yeah,
If he would have just lived like a year or two more, there's no doubt he'd be on top.
dude, he
Like,
died. He died in Minneapolis, man. Like, it
yeah.
was terrible, dude. Like, and um, and it was sad because like a lot of people think that put Chris Benoit down a really dark path, and
Oh, it
like,
did. Oh, yeah.
and dude, that should have said. I don't care. Like, I know, like, dude, odds are he did what he's accused of doing. All right, I'm not
Okay.
gonna. I don't want to go too deep into the conspiracy theory, and I'm
Right,
not
right.
90, but there are conspiracies, so maybe he didn't. But more likely than not, he did what he was accused of doing.
Mhm.
Um, but for you to have so much brain damage that turns out to be the thing you think you should do, that's a sad thing. Like, um, he was a well liked individual. He was respected, and um, for your brain to just go that way one day is fucking sad. Like,
Every day is a fucking miracle on this planet, dude. Like, we're lucky
yeah,
we're here breathing, all that shit. So I was watching MJ do an interview with Legion, and he was asking about his YouTube career and this and that. And he got to a question. He goes, "Where do you see yourself on YouTube in 5 years?" And it's just like, for me, it's like, there's no way this is like a gig. Like, this ain't a job. But second of all, like, 5 years is a long fucking time. Like, that's about a little shorter than what me and D's already been here. I don't know I'll be here another 5 years. Like, as long as I'm alive, I should be here. But to say you're going to be here 5 years, that's a hell of a promise. Like, anything can fucking happen, bro. Like, you never know what could fucking happen. And
well,
I
dude,
think
that's sorry, you're gone. So,
no, I would just say, like, that's about the life expectancy, I think, of a comic channel. It's about 5 years. Is pretty long.
well, dude, and just our world is fucked up right now, man. Like, who knows if society what society will be in 5 years?
Exactly.
Like, nothing is promised. So we enjoy these moments together, hanging out as
Right.
friends. Um, and if dude, if I'm here doing this 5 years from now, that means that we're both still alive and YouTube is still a thing, and I still have electricity and internet in my house.
Right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's fucking
I'm
rocket,
looking,
dude. I'd be pretty
dude.
happy.
I'll fucking sign me up for that, dude.
Yeah. That's the thing, dude. It's like, Physical media is getting less and less by the day. They're building consoles to make it where it's easier to buy a console without buying physical discs. I don't know for a fact that fucking. I mean, I think that the main payoff for Marvel, for example, it's not really these fucking floppies, bro. It's the intellectual property, like selling, able to use Spider-Man or able to use Captain America or whatever the fuck you do. Make a book, make a show, make a whatever. That's where they make like big money, you know, like they
It
could sell
is.
like little pieces to borrow. They don't have to make floppies. Floppies is just a tool they use to fucking try to bring more people in. I don't think it's really a viable income for them at this
Well,
point.
that's the you spoke to half of it though. Like I think that the floppies are not the profitable part of their business anymore. But if you get rid of all the physical comic books and you stop doing that and you stop releasing comic book content, you make the less the other parts of your properties less valuable.
Mm,
The movies may not be worth so much anymore. The characters maybe start to become forgotten. Like you, I think the comic books need to stay, um, specifically to build up those other properties: the movies, the film, the TV shows, the video games, the merch. Without the books, you don't have any of that.
yeah. So it's just a thought, you know, it's like, I mean, video games are definitely getting there. Is it hurting the video game industry that much? I mean, we'd have digital comics, but it's not. People collect games too, you know. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's weird because like for me, like I have a PS5, right?
Hmm.
And I was really insistent on getting the one with the disc drive, and I did. Um, but I don't know how many PS5 disc copies I actually have. Like most of them are digital because when the need strikes me and I want to play a fucking video game, do I want to go drive to Walmart real quick and buy a game, or do I just want to download that motherfucker and let's go? And
So
it would be different. Hold on, one more thought on the digital video
yeah,
games.
sure.
It would be different if like so if you buy a digital video game, you got to download the whole thing and it takes a while. Dude, the same thing when you buy a physical game now. You buy a physical game and the shit still needs to download for a fucking hour before they'll let you play it. Like if there was an advantage to the physical copy other than being able to resell it someday, I'd be all for it. But God, dude, the physical ones are getting less and less valuable because they're not ready to just ride
Right.
out of the box.
I try to get everything physical because you're a fucking internet payment or a password away from losing that game if you do digital. I've lost digital games because I forgot passwords. So I don't
Oh,
fucking know, dude. Yeah.
I got my passwords backed up, bruh.
I fucked up and I kept the password to my name, but I let my girlfriend have an account and I forgot that one. And I bought a game on her account, so I fucked up. But yeah. So just because I talk about a channel on my channel don't mean I hate the channel. I don't hate most of the channels I talk about, I watch their content. So if that does anything for you, I don't hate anybody. It's funny the word hate came up because it says I hate right here. But Journos comes in my chat every now and then. It says, I hate the very content that I cover. That's a fucking I like these interesting titles to videos, and he did the whole like hand on the head, like looking off in the distance. Fucking I fucking love that guy's shit. Uh Very much like a swaggle fraggle. And then I watched this one yesterday too. He got a fucking beat up Kingpin. And I love low grade books, so I was magnetized to this. I was like, "Oh, you got a beat up Kingpin." I watched a bit of his video. I hate the very content that I cover. It was a little interesting, you know. it was basically like talking about the floppies and shit I was talking about, and he said that floppies probably ain't gonna go nowhere and stuff like that. But he did have an argument before then where floppies could go away, like the industry was dying. So let's see if I can find a video that everybody was tripping on. I wasn't wrong was one. I don't know. He had this weird titled video. Let me go to his channel.
Dude, I hate the content that I cover. It might just be the dumbest title I've ever heard.
You think?
Yeah, it's up there.
I hate the content that why do you do it? First question. There's a lot of questions that spur from that. No one will tell the truth, and he had Swaggle on, so he must be it is a very Swaggle like title.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, ain't no fuck. I was just saying we like him, D. Come on, man.
No, I don't like I hate the content that I covered.
You don't like it, okay.
But hey, I'm not against the guy, like.
Yeah, I watch his content. Like I try to make sense of.
He's a good dude. I just like that's one of them. We've covered that before, where our clickbaity titles, like.
He don't do it as much as Swaggle Fraggle. I don't mind it every now and then, spur of the moment, but every fucking other video that gets on my nerves. Like Swaggle is the notorious one. Do I hate him? No, I don't hate him. I think he's cool. I'd probably get along with him on stream, but I would ask him about his fucking titles and I'd give him shit about it, and he'd probably think I was an asshole, but I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm just that guy. I gotta ask. So, he goes to fucking EGS. Oh no, I hate him now. Yeah, in a minute. Anybody that's an EGS guy, blah.
But that, like, I don't like EGS, but I like the idea of it. Like, the dude makes his own labels, and he like, I don't know. He eventually got his own slab, which is kind of cool. I think if you buy EGS for the resale value, it's not a good idea. That's one man's opinion.
I don't like it when people are like, EGS, it's my favorite product and shit. It's like, really? Like, how the fuck did we get here? It's got to be because you're like fucking getting a deal or something, Like, I don't fucking know, bro.
Hey, they make some cool labels. I don't think all of the labels are great, but I like the idea of being able to customize the color.
Okay.
I think that's smart. I think, dude, if CGC let me customize the color of my label, I would. Like, get rid of my blue and yellows and just I pick whatever color I want. I'd love that.
I don't like that they also let you tell them what grade they want.
No, that was me, not him.
Oh, I thought that they let you just tell them what grade you thought it was.
No,
They
no.
grade them now. Okay.
Yeah, he has always graded them. I have no way to speak to his grading ability. He maybe he's a great grader and he knows what he's doing. I don't know. But like when the thing you just talked about, that was when I was kind of copying what he was doing, and I was doing DGC, and it was kind of like a joke. And I would anyone that ordered a DGC book from me got to pick their grade.
Yeah. I thought that was an option for them too, but I'm probably
no. It was they graded it.
Okay.
That's dude, cool. that Spider-Man book you showed, man, people forget how much of a villain J. Jonah Jameson used to be. He was a real ass fucking villain, dude.
Yeah. He wasn't bad. What's your top 3 villains, D?
Oh man. I always put Magneto number 1.
Wow. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna say favorite. I'm not gonna say they're the best. My favorite. Magneto is number 1. Superboy Prime. I love Superboy. Yeah.
I thought he was a good guy at one point.
No, well, he was, but he became a very big villain. He's a villain.
Oh,
Um, and he basically has the power of Silver Age Superman, which
right.
is like everything.
Yeah, what
um,
can modern Superman do to Silver Age Superman? Like, not much, I would guess.
no, Silver Age Superman like had a new power every week. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um, and then I really like. It's hard for me to pick just three, so I'm gonna go like 3.5, right? Uh, Reverse Flash, and then Professor Zoom. The reverse flashes. I love those two guys. Um,
Okay. Now if I was going to pick the best, I'd say the best are not my pick, but I think the best are Joker, Doom, and Vader. Even though Vader don't have much comic book shit, I'm just thinking pop culture, he's a great villain.
yeah,
So those three for me. But personally, I like Doomsday, Brainiac, and it's hard for me to pick the third, dude. Like Doomsday, fucking Brainiac, and maybe Doctor Doom, but it's just so hard for me to pick that third one. I don't know exactly the third. I know my first two are Superman guys, like Doomsday is probably the most maniacal, most over coming in fucking villain in my mind. Brainiac is just awesome because he's just smart enough to make Superman fuck up, and I feel like they are just about as good as any other fucking villains. Like they would fuck Joker up in my mind. Like Joker would get fucked. But that's my two. Doomsday is good too, but Doomsday usually ends up being if it ain't real not Doomsday, Doctor Doom. It
yeah.
ain't real Doctor Doom to me unless at the end of it it's a fucking Doom bot, because 90% of Doom stories are he's a Doom bot, So I would want that first story to be it's a Doom bot at the end. And then what are you really hoping for? You want to get to the ultimate Doctor Doom, So it's kind of a little trick for me. Like it's not real Doom unless it's a Doom bot, but you want the ultimate goal. So it's kind of a weird thing with Doom.
Yeah, no, dude, those are all great picks though too. For me, I went with the ones that spoke to me the most, but um, dude, Doom is on most people's list. Um, yeah, man, that's
A lot of people like Lex Luthor too, and that's what I was talking about earlier. But I like Doomsday and fucking Brainiac more than Lex Luthor. I would say Lex Luthor is the ultimate Yang to him for some reason,
mhm.
but to me, it's just like, it's just not my flavor, cup of tea. He's just kind of a prick, I don't know exactly what you get to look forward to with Lex Luthor besides some fucking kryptonite or some
Well,
fucking bullshit scam with crime. Like, okay, he's like Kingpin ramped up.
Luther has been a terrible villain over the last 30 years. Um, yeah, it's no, he's not a great villain, and the I don't even know how to explain it. They've written him in so many different lights that you don't even know who Luther is anymore. He spent
No,
10 years being a good guy in New 52, and he's actually evil, and like, whatever, dude. Like, he should be in LexCorp running the city
and
and trying to kill Superman. That should be his job.
he should be like Jurgen's era, long red hair, skinny, handsome, youthful looking Lex Luthor. That's my favorite. I don't know why that's my favorite, but I just feel like he's better being a good looking guy as opposed to whatever the fuck we got, of the other options, I think Gene Hackman did a good job portraying Lex Luthor, but I mean, I just don't like Lex Luthor as a whole. Like,
Well, I actually hated Gene Hackman's Luther. Like that
you
was
don't
more
like
of
him.
the,
I did.
and I love Gene Hackman, and in the movie that character was not a bad character, but that's not Luther to me. In that movie, he was he wasn't head of LexCorp. He wasn't a businessman. He was a mad scientist, like criminal trying to put together a fucking property scheme. Like, eh.
I know. Yeah, and it was very shitty. He was also doing that shit where he was trying to get the San Andreas fault to fucking crumble and the country to fall and earthquake machine or whatever the fuck it was. I forget, but and then the kryptonite cores and he's pretty fucking maniacal, but I think he nailed the role. It just wasn't a
Yeah.
great role. It's fucking Lex Luthor. Like he did about as good as he could, you know. There's no better superhero movie than Superman 1 to me. Like I will always put that above all. Besides that, I like Captain America First Avenger, and then maybe Infinity Gauntlet. Like that was fun to me. But
Yeah.
and Batman '89 was fucking great. Like, I almost would put that higher, but I'm not a big Batman fan, but I could see why people would say that might be the best. That was a big deal when it came out. We had a big stretch in between superhero stuff. And you got to think, dude, like everybody gives credit to fucking Iron Man and Tony Starks when it comes to the MCU, but who did fucking Marvel go to first? I think it was Hulk. We were getting Hulk shit before like Iron Man for sure. You know,
But
I
that
think
first Hulk movie was really bad.
it was bad, but that just shows you what Marvel wanted to get over. You know, like they thought this is a good time to bring in a Hulk movie. CGI was pretty young or whatever, but that kind of shows you how big a deal Hulk is. You know, like they were hoping Hulk would do it, and usually whatever you put out first is going to shit the bed. So it took some growing to get there. Some of that shit, some of the CGI with that Hulk was good though. Like I can enjoy watching some of that. You know, like it wasn't the worst to me, but sure to fuck a lot better than Shang-Chi or fucking Eternals. Like I watch a Hulk movie before them two all day, dude. Even fucking Doctor Strange Madness, where the fuck, yeah. Howard the Duck, yeah, Howard the Duck was the first one. Dick Tracy, that was some good shit too. Yeah, people
No,
like Blade.
but here's the deal, Legend. Like, and I'm not aging anyone here, but when that movie came out for the movie, God, I was like 10, and I was really looking forward to it, and it was more mature than I was ready for. I wasn't ready for that story when I was a kid. So that movie let me down, and I had all the Dick Tracy action figures too.
I got one on my
Um,
shelf right there. Look, you can see it barely.
oh yeah,
Let me make myself big. Maybe it'll help. Right there, you can see his arm right under the sign. Right there.
oh yeah, yeah.
It's a good figure. It looks just like fucking Dick Tracy, you know. I enjoyed Dick Tracy. I can't lie. They fucking killed that shit. That was good, good, good. That's my favorite Dick Tracy content is that fucking movie. So I don't know. I heard 89 Batman birthed a lot of LCSs. And that's what I was saying was like in between that time, all we had was Batman. Like from Superman, Batman, then Hulk is how it felt to me. I mean, and then X-Men was one of the first like superhero movie fucking things too, you know, like
Yeah, in 2000, like that was like I think that was like the first like of like the modern day superhero movie. And it's old.
yeah,
It's old now. 24 years old now, but
That shows you what Marvel kind of thought would work. It wasn't a Marvel product, but people wanted to get it out. I guess it was Fox, huh?
Yeah, Fox got in on it first, and
casting was really good for X-Men. Some of the best casting there was. So even though it was Fox, like they fucking did their thing, man. Maybe besides Halle Berry being Storm, which I didn't hate. I mean, at the time it made a lot more sense. Looking back on it, it's kind of shitty. But yeah, bro. I tell you what, I think Batman 1 missed from 2 was what's the fucking Vicky Vale, dude? Just having that little Vicky Vale stuff in there, number 1, made it feel a little more Batman-y to me for some reason. I don't know why.
well, and to me, like she was such a big part of number 1, and then they completely just wrote her out of Batman Returns.
Yeah. Did they change Alfred?
No, Alfred was the same actor
Same guy.
in all 4 of that universe's movies.
She made Alfred like better for number 1 somehow. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I like Vicky Vale, dude. I'm not much of a chick actor guy, but I just felt like that helped the whole him like dating her and fucking this is who I am as Bruce Wayne. We never got that again. We just kind of,
Well, you got the Catwoman in Returns, which didn't. I think she was a better character than Vicky Vale, but it didn't excuse the fact that Vicky Vale wasn't in the movie.
That's
like
true.
Vicky Vale's story needed closure, and it basically just like they mentioned her for like a minute or like a throwaway sentence in Batman Returns. It wasn't good.
I know people love Dark Knight and shit, but another thing's to be said about having Spielberg and fucking Tim Burton together. Tim Burton making Gotham City alive was a pretty big fucking deal, man. Like for me, like I loved all that Gotham City shit, like him riding a Batmobile off of the gargoyles and all that shit, dude. That was so fucking fire to me, man. I even like that. I even like that scene where Batman's on the ledge in the beginning, and they get a silhouette, and it blows up into like the bat signal, dude. That's like Burton beauty. That's like fuck yeah, bro. What up, Darth? I'm gonna drop the link if you want to come in. We're gonna hang out a few more minutes, but
I actually got to get rolling here pretty soon.
Oh, okay, man. Thanks for watching
over
chat.
Dinner. Yeah, I got dinner getting cold again.
I do too, but I'll wait.
All right, hey, I'll pop out. You, I hope. Hey, Darth, get your fucking ass in here, bro.
Yeah, get your butt in here. Hey, go enjoy your food, man. Tell Mrs. D-Rock I said, yo.
Will do.
Later, brother.
All right, talk to you. Bye.
Yeah, so Saturday Night Live it was missing good old Jack Tunney too. So I mean, you don't have Hogan or Tunney. What kind of Saturday night episode do you got? You don't have to get in darts. You can chill whatever you want to do. So the Bills won. 89 Batman was excellent. Denny O'Neil, dude. 89 Batman was clutch, bro. I'm probably just gonna show a few books. Get on down the road. I got some of my favorites right behind me. I'll show y'all real quick. Check out what I keep right behind me, brother. Oh, I went to NWO. Oh man, that was a handful. That was a handful, dude. All right, you ready? Check this out. Fucking Iron Fist 14. So I like to stay topical and current with pop culture, comic book shit, So when Deadpool was coming out with Wolverine, it made me crazy because I'm a big Deadpool fan, first of all. And I was like, I gotta get that 181, dude. So I got the 181, which was a bit of a fucking pain because that thing is stupid expensive. But once I got that, I had to get the fucking Sabretooth, bro. It's like, I mean, come on, man. They're fucking awesome together. So Yeah, bro. So that Deadpool movie is the result of those two books, I would say. They really forced it on me. And this is one of my favorite buys because it was a good deal, like $350 for a fucking classic Silver Age first appearance. Black Widow, man. Fuck, dude, that's such a good deal. And it makes me want to get like the first Wasp is a good deal right now. $300 get you a first Wasp, dude. You know, that's such a classic book. What up, Beckerman? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man. Fucking Black Widow, dude. One of my favorites right now. And this one right here is just a high grade Wolfman. It's like a 9.0 plus fucking old book, man. I would say this is an expensive ass book. It came just like this. This is the case it was in. Someone bought this as a collector or whatever, and they just hung it on their wall. So whenever they found it, I mean, it's got some water damage stuff going on. About right here on the. If you look real close, you can see some water damagey stuff. But no collar breaking besides this little mark up here. It's a nice copy. It's, I would say, realistically, probably like an 8 something or 7.5, but that's still pretty nice. I mean, if you could clean that watermark off of it, it would be a 9. So $300 for a first Wasp. I know, dude. That book went down, man. I was literally picking in between that and a raw Wasp when I got that book, and I went back and looked, and that book's still super cheap. Now, I've got other $300 books I've gotten before that, which I would probably recommend people to get, like First Thanos. Fuck, I don't know. I paid too much for my Vision, but, you know, Vision. There's a few $300 little bangers out there, but for where I'm at my collection, like the fucking Black Widow and Wasp was just kind of fell in line. You know, I don't have a bunch of chick first appearances, but I do like those. I do like them. All right, so I got one of those Kroger chickens. My little kid's sick, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up. Anyways, we talked about titles and people quitting, and I find them funny. Like, yeah, as much as I say like Swaggle Fraggle and shit, like I love the fact there's somebody out there that does it. It would be a sad world if nobody did that a little bit, you know, like at least somebody tries it, and it works for them. I guess you could say I'm jealous, but at the end of it, I'm just entertained. What grade is that Iron Fist 14-inch? Bro, it's such a nice copy, dude. Check it out. Yeah, it's 6.5. This was 300 and some. Like 320 or something, 6.5. I would have liked to gotten just a copy at 200, but it was like 220 up to 300. You can get like a 2.0 to a fucking 6.5 apparently, and I was just like, fuck it, give me the highest I can get for a little bit more money. It was actually 240, but once it got shipped and taxes, ended up being like 300 or something. So it's a little more than I wanted to pay, but yeah, 6.5 is a good fucking copy of that. Yeah, people had 6.5s and they tell me, "Oh, I couldn't sell you that for 300." They're out there. People just like to keep their fucking Sabretooths, you know. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna get on out of here. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of the clickbaity stuff. Yeah, he wants all the power off, wants to be quiet. All right, I'm going. See y'all later, dude.
Biggie. Biggie.